What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, July 18th. I have been out of town working for the past week. This is the first time I have been able to check the garden in a week now. My wife and kids have been taking care of it while I was gone. I just noticed that light's a little blown out. Let's turn that down a little bit. So they've been taking care of the garden while I was gone, checking things out. I know that I've got a bunch of corn to harvest. I mean, I've just pulled up here looking at it. I'll spin around here and show you in just a second, but it has been storming off and on all day. Every time I would start to come out here, storms would roll through, force me back inside. Looks like I've got a 30 to 45 minute window here now to try to get what I can harvested and get back inside. So let's show you what we got. First thing as we come through here, you're going to see the corn. Corn is coming in. It is last Sunday. There was maybe only, I think I picked 2 dozen ear that were ready. It looks like the vast majority of it is ready today now. So I'm going to start going through here doing my best. Yeah, look at this. It is done and ready to be picked. Cucumbers are pretty much dead. I'm not really sure. They left several great big cucumbers on the vine. I'm not really sure what happened there. I'm not really sure how come those ended up getting left, but I'll get those picked off and I'll probably get those plants ripped out of the ground here in the next day or two, depending on weather. Not sure what's happened here. The tomatoes have fell over. Now we have had storms nearly every day while I was gone, so it's possible we had some high winds come through, but the tomatoes are hanging full. Look at all the brandywines over here. Oh my goodness. They are just, let's brighten it up a little bit. Brandywines hanging full. Yellow tomatoes in here. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Tomatoes. Look at all those brandywines. Oh my. Beautiful, big, perfect brandywines. Yellow jazz or orange jazz. I can't remember which one I bought. That's it right there. Incredible. Just hanging full. Plants are hanging full here. No eggplant there yet. You see here the cantaloupe. They did harvest one the other day and it was perfect. Really, my daughter was really excited about that. All right, I'm gonna go set the camera down, probably put it on a tripod, and I'm gonna start picking here and take you along with me. All right, let's get started here. So I am expecting there to probably be nearly 2 baskets full of tomatoes. So that's a decent little one. I don't remember what variety these were. Maybe beefsteaks, maybe. I can't remember. And my labels have all faded on me, so it's really hard to see and tell what they are. I can't remember some of these. Now, a lot of them, like the brandywines and the orange jazz, those sort of things, I know what they are just because of looking at them, but I'm going to let those go a little bit longer. Go here and check out these brandywines. All right, these brandywines, goodness, these things look incredible. I'm actually going to snip these off. These tend to be a little more, look at that brandywine. With all the rain, they're starting to split open on the bottom, and that's really what I was concerned about. Oh, there's another one. Same thing, splitting open. Man, that's not good. Will have to be used immediately. Another big old brandywine. Look at that one. This one's starting to do some cat facing on it, which is, that's a common issue that I have with brandywines. I love them, but they do tend to have some funky growth characteristics. I mean, look at that. Great big monster, beautiful tomatoes. Oh, here's some good ones buried in here. Not a brandywine. That's one of those, I don't know if it's Better Boy or beefsteak. It's not a beefsteak. No, it's not a beefsteak. But I don't, man, they're clustered in here thick. Look at this. Really nice little uniform looking tomatoes. I don't know what those were. I cannot remember. You know, I always make these labels and I put the labels out. Well, the labels fade. So I can't reach the others. They're on the other side over there. Another one. Nice. All right, more brandywines right here. That one split wide open. Golly. That just, oh, hate to see that. There's one that's good that didn't split open. That one's in pretty good shape. All right, let's keep going. These brandywines just are blowing me away with how full they are. Look at that. That one's one that hasn't split yet. Here's another one that I think is probably, yeah. See, it's still got a little green on it, but with all this rain that we've had, I'm trying to be a little cautious, and I'm snipping them a little bit early if I can, or they're going to all start splitting open on me like that. Here's a big one. Oh, big, beautiful. Look at that one. That's perfect. Not split open yet or anything. All right, I'm going to have to sort these out when I get home. The ones that have split open be put aside to be used first. Another one. Look at that one. Oh, man. Crazy. Oh, goodness. This is insane. Another beautiful brandywine. And another one. Just now starting to split. So I think this one's probably going to be okay. But I'm going to do the best we can with it. Oh, my goodness. That is a heavy basket already. Oh, my. Look at that one. Beautiful. Beautiful. I know I've said beautiful brandywines too many times, but can't help it. They are really looking great tonight. Same there. Probably take a bunch of these to church tomorrow and give them away. Because there's going to be no way. The wife just made probably 3 or 4 gallons of spaghetti sauce today using the tomatoes they picked this week while I was gone. And she's not going to feel like working these up tonight or tomorrow to make another run of spaghetti sauce. So we'll probably take a bunch of these to church and give them away. All right, let me spin around. Brandywines and everything are right here. Let me get some of these yellow tomatoes. So, look at these. I love a good yellow tomato. I love yellow tomatoes on my tomato sandwiches. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah. Stop saying beautiful, Travis. Oh, now that one's starting to mold, so we'll throw it over in the woods for the wildlife. Those are kind of weird looking. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, a couple more. Not very big, but still good size, good slicing. Tasty little tomatoes. That's a good one. Oh, here's a good one too. Look at that. Can't remember. I normally do like a golden jubilee. There's 3 right here. I can't remember what it was in my tag. I can't find it. I don't know, but I can't remember what those were. Now, these were the orange jazz. So they're a little bit different color. They're more of a creamy pale yellow, if you want to call it, I guess. And they have a slightly different texture. I'm going to do a separate video of each of the different varieties and my thoughts on them and how they went this year. I'll do kind of just short videos of those, kind of giving you a walk down of how the tomatoes grew, what I think about them, am I going to grow them again next year, that sort of thing. That one just fell off, man. I'm gonna have a full basket of yellow tomatoes too. I may end up with 3 baskets of tomatoes before I get done in here. Still going down the line here. Yeah, I gotta get another basket. Oh my goodness. Where'd my snippers go? Oh, I left them up here. Now, these are my beefsteaks. Look at that. Great big old beefsteak. Looks similar in shape to like the brandywines, but you know, different color obviously. But that's one of my big beefsteaks. Oh, and I told you earlier. See, forgetting what I planted. This is the orange jazz. Kind of looks like a beefsteak shape. Tends to cat face on bottom as well, but it's got this pale, creamy, like a creamy orange, like a orange sherbet kind of color to it. Yeah, that's probably what I'll call it. That's my orange sherbet tomatoes. there's another one. These here, looking, oh, that's something else. Huh. Goodness, here's a big old beefsteak. Big old beefsteak. See if I can get it out of here without damaging it. Gotta snip it out. Okay, another big one. It's been compressed by the vines all around it. There we go. See, it's all, yeah, you can't hardly do much with that. It's cat-faced all on the bottom, cat-faced on the sides. I'll take it up there, but those are really hard to get much out of them because there's just so much you have to cut out of them. All right, I'm going to keep going through here, see what else we got. I'll give you an update in a little bit. Oh my. Almost 3 baskets of tomatoes here, and I haven't even started picking the peppers. There's probably a couple of baskets of peppers here already as well. And then I still have to start picking corn. And it is so blasted hot and humid out here right now. It's insanely hot and humid, but I got to get that picked, get started with that. I got a little carrier back here. I'll probably just put the corn in there and take it up, put it in the basement, and let it just hang out there in the cool. May even put a fan over it to blow over it to cool it down, and then we'll start working it up probably tomorrow morning, maybe early afternoon, we'll see. But we don't have time to do it tonight, and I'm still racing against the storms that are all in the area. So just really shocked that we got 3 baskets of tomatoes tonight after they've been picking pretty much 1 basket every day while I was gone out of town working. All right, I am back out here now. Ran into a little bit of an issue there, so had to get out of here, and then it came through another storm. So took a break from picking. You can see now fog is really heavy out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the corn. I forgot to bring my tripod back out when I came a while ago, so may have to get creative with how I set the camera up here, but let's start picking and see what we get. All right, let's go. Let's see what we get here. Man, there's some big ones. I bring snippers every now and then because sometimes this peaches and cream does not want to break off very easily. The stalks are not that large, so it's just handy to have these because I can actually snip the ear off right there and not damage the stalk. And hopefully most of these have multiple ears on them. And so if I do that, then I can just leave those, I can reduce the damage to the stalk, and hopefully those other ears will fill out and produce. It all depends on the weather, and as you can see, we've had a lot of rain here lately, so I think there's a good shot that it will happen. All right, I'm gonna keep picking here and see what we get. All right, well, I think that is about all of the first harvest of corn there. I am drenched. I am filthy from just the humidity, walking through there, obviously, with everything in there soaking wet. And it's hot still. It's 90% humidity. Just checked just a minute ago. It's 90% humidity. It is brutal out here right now, but got the corn picked. Like I said, this is shaping up to be one of my best corn harvests. Not necessarily just from a number of ears harvested, but these are probably the largest peaches and cream ears that I've ever harvested. I know folks that grow the Roundup Ready peaches and cream. We don't do that. That stuff gets enormous. I mean, if you are ever in a store and you see peaches and cream sweet corn that's really big, really, I mean, just like big, full, huge ears, in my experience, that's usually some of the Roundup Ready stuff. Yeah, this is a hybridized, peaches and cream's a hybridized corn, but This isn't the Roundup Ready GMO kind of stuff like that. So anyway, I am filthy, I am nasty, and I'm sitting here just looking at all these peppers, and I'm trying to decide if I need to harvest these peppers now. I need to talk to the wife and see what she wants to do with them, because I'm just looking, the 4 banana pepper plants right here beside me, I mean, they're hanging full. I'll get the camera and I'll show you. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. I mean, these banana pepper plants are just, they're hanging full. Take a look at that one. They're all that way. They're all just hanging full. There's probably a half bushel basket of just banana peppers here. Oh well, I think that's going to wrap this video. I am nasty. I am filthy. I gotta get all this corn up and into the house. I'm just going to put it in the back of the side-by-side, drive the side-by-side into the basement, and close it up. It's an air-conditioned basement. Crawl space is also air-conditioned, so that's a lot of times that's where we store our potatoes and things, so people ask those questions. And there'll be a potato video coming out here before long. You know, full season, start to finish, planting to harvest potato video coming out here soon that I'm editing right now. And I've got to finish that just a little bit. There's a couple more clips I got to do to wrap that one up, but that's going to be it for this one. 1.5 bushel of tomatoes so far. I did come back down earlier and pick a few more summer squash and zucchini, but they're coming to their end of life. And then obviously you saw all the corn. I'll have to count it when I get to the house, because I just stopped counting because I was getting so nasty in there. But all right, I have got the side-by-side up here to the house. You see here, I did count out the corn there before I pulled in, and I had 100 ears. So I was betting, I was guessing that there was probably close to 10 dozen. Turns out it was, you know, just over 8 dozen there, but still good harvest. There's easily that much more still on the stalk down there. It hasn't filled out. It's not ready yet. And so once it's ready, I'm going to pick it. I am in town this week. I do not have any work travel that I'm aware of this week, so I'll be here to check it every day, and I can harvest it as it's ready. But as you see, I pulled the side-by-side with all the corn into the basement. It's air conditioned, so I'm going to get this closed up. I may even bring a fan in up here to blow on it. Thankfully, it's not 90 degrees like it had been, 90 plus degrees, and the sun beating down on it, this fog and everything, and the cloud cover has really helped it's not hot. The corn's not hot. I don't really have to worry so much about it souring. But I'm going to go ahead and close it up in here, let the air conditioning in the basement do its thing, and then we'll start working this up for whether we decide to freeze it or whether we're going to end up canning it or what. I don't know. Dogs are upstairs destroying the house. I'm going to have to go figure out what's going on. But thank you so much for coming along with us. I appreciate it so much. Please drop a comment below. Let me know how your garden is doing this summer. Thank you so much. If you have not yet, I greatly appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and the bell if you want to be notified every time we release a new video. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful rest of your summer. God bless.